Hi, welcome to Shell's Homestead. I'm making some vegetable cheese soup today, and I had a lot of people asking me about the recipe online on Facebook, so I'm going to show you how I make it. It's pretty easy. I've got broccoli, carrots, onion, and cauliflower. And let's start with the cauliflower. Well, first of all, in the pan, I'm going to put about a quarter a stick of butter. Just throw it in there. Very nice and neat. Cauliflower. I'm just cutting it in half and cutting a big hunk of stem out. Take these leaves off. Unless you like them, then you can throw them in there or whatever. And I'm just cutting big chunks like that. You see it? I'm putting it right in there. This was all washed before the video, so make sure everything's good and clean. Very technical. That's me. Okay, and on the broccoli, I cut off the end of the stem when you get it from the store. You know, if you're growing your own, great. If you get it from the store and it's all dried out, I cut the end off because I don't like that. And then I just cut the flowery part off. Throw it in there. The stem, cut it in half like this. I cut each half, a couple of times. And then I cut these pretty small. I don't want it to be too big because the stem gets a little tougher. Just want this one. Bad spot on him. Always check your stuff as you're going to make sure it's all good. Cut off any bad spots. Cut it in half. Cut it in 4 pieces. And the carrots, just like the broccoli stem, aren't going to be too big. What are you laughing at?
Your arm was straight up in the...
I can't take the time for my videos to be all fancy and whatever. It's just, I'm cooking dinner, so about this size. See it? Alright, throw it in there. Sorry, it's really loud when I'm chopping. And you can definitely peel your carrots. I just don't ever peel my carrots. I wash them, cut off any bad spots, and that's how they go. So if you want to peel your carrots, feel free to do that. To try to be perfect when you're cutting it. It doesn't matter. Some of it will cook down and then some will be harder pieces. I like it that way. So just a rough chop. Okay. And for the onion. Cut off the end, peel it, maybe
Oh, it's strong.
Yeah. Just some spices. Throw them in there. Now, if you don't like cauliflower, or you don't like onion, or you want to add peppers, you do it how you want. Whatever vegetables you want. This is just how I like it. There it goes. Alright. So, this is ready to go on the stove. Okay, so we're ready to cook this. I came through and kind of broke up those chunks of onion so there aren't too many together, so they'll cook better. Whoop, man down. Anyway, that'll just help it cook. So I'm gonna turn it on high. Oh, hold on. That's my fat arm. Okay. To this, I'm gonna add 3 cups of water. And it's not even gonna remotely cover it. Doesn't matter. And then we're gonna put some salt. Salt it as much as you like it. Pepper.
God dang.
Okay. And then we're gonna wait for this to boil. Put the lid on it, wait for it to boil. We'll come back whenever it's boiling. Okay, while we're waiting for that soup to come to a boil, we're gonna shred some cheese. So I've got some cheddar cheese here. This is Tillamook, but you can use whatever you want. Jesus.
It's a lot.
Yeah. We're gonna get a good sized hunk of it. I mean, it's cheese soup, so it's gonna take a lot of cheese. This is not a healthy recipe. Although it is good diabetes. And then we're gonna get some Velveeta. Let's get a little dry spot here. So you can see the size of this hunk of Velveeta that we're gonna do. I'm just gonna chop it up roughly. Why do you keep laughing? Because I'm not fancy.
It's a lot of
A lot of cheese. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Alright. And then we'll shred this cheddar cheese.
You're not just gonna put the whole block in it.
No, you have to shred it. You shred it so it'll melt
No.
when it goes in. I've heard people say you're supposed to put this box shredder on its side to shred the cheese, but I've done this for so many years I can't imagine doing that, so do it however you want. Put it in a food processor. Just get the cheese shredded up so it'll melt when you put it in the soup. Alright, so we'll finish shredding this and come back whenever it's boiling. Okay, this is boiling now. You can see it on there. So I'm just gonna give it a little stir. And after it's boiling, we're gonna put the lid on it and set a timer for 10 minutes. I've also got the stove on, the oven on, because I'm gonna make some garlic bread to go with it. And I like mine served over rice, so I've got some rice cooking as well, just white rice. So 10 minutes on the timer, and then it'll be ready to work with. All right, this has been going for 10 minutes. We're gonna check it.
Oh, this broke on.
See how it's breaking up? So it's good. So we're gonna turn the heat off, but keep it on the burner for a minute. We're gonna add the Velveeta that we chopped up. I'm gonna stir that in. Alright, and then the shredded cheese that we fixed up. Put it in. Don't eat the cheese out of the bowl in our very important videos. Alright. Stir that in. Thank you.
Wow.
Now we're just gonna let the cheese melt. Ooh. Yeah, sorry for the steam. It's fogging it up. You can see how it kind of breaks up. Still has a lot of good whole vegetables. So 10 minutes I think is just perfect. Now it's pretty melted, so the last thing we're going to do is pull it off the heat.
Oh.
And hold on just a second. Okay, we're going to get some heavy cream. And just pour a little bit of that in there.
Just a little bit. Look
Yeah.
at that.
It wasn't actually very much.
Whole bottle.
It was probably half a cup. Let me stir that in.
How good it looks.
You definitely want to make sure to taste it, that you like the amount of salt and pepper you have in it. And if you want some thyme in it, I like to put thyme in it sometimes, which I'm probably going to do.
I have a
Just put a little
question.
pinch of thyme in. What?
Can you put any meats in it?
Yeah, if you want to put meat in it, I would go ahead and cook it on the side or cook it in the beginning before you put the vegetables in there, like cubed chicken or whatever you want in it. Probably chicken would be best. Alright, I'm gonna go get the thyme. Just go ahead and turn it off and I'll come back. Okay, so here I have some thyme. I'm just gonna throw a little pinch in there. Stir that in. Kind of depends how much you have in the pot. Thank you.
It's hard to do with one hand.
Here, I'll get it. So you stir that in and it's ready. I'm gonna go get a bowl with some rice in it. I tried mine over rice. Okay, so we're just gonna get a little bit of rice. It's just finished. I'm gonna fluff it and get all the steam out so it doesn't get soggy. So just a little bit of rice in the bottom of our bowl. Alright. Okay, so we're just gonna ladle some of this on top of our rice. Get some of the juice. And then we'll cut up some garlic bread to go with it. Okay, so we're done with the soup. And I set it nicely. I have a picture for my thumbnail. But it's really good. I hope you try it.